Hi, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name's Matt. I was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis in 2005, and this is a little tiny bit of the story behind me, what I get up to, my interests, how I cope with things, or not, as the case may be. So if you are new here, then consider subscribing so you can always follow when I post videos, which, as regular viewers would know, is not that often. So let me start by wishing everybody Happy New Year, as it's the 2nd of January, and I've just been doing an Uber drive, so I've just popped off and grabbed myself the usual beverage. As those that know me, I'm addicted to caffeine. So yeah, I've been doing an Uber drive this morning for some of the members of the family. More on that in a bit. So I thought just on the way home, stop, grab myself a coffee, which is a straight black Americano from a well-known burger chain. I do like their coffee. It's not only is it fairly well priced, it's not a bad taste either. Doesn't have the burnt taste of some of the big well-known chains. But that's another story. Anyway, what have I been up to since I last posted? Lots and lots, because it was so long ago since I last posted. So, what have I been doing? I went to a lecture at our radio club from a guy called Andy, who is the member of the RSGB management team here in the Southwest. He did a talk about what the RSGB did for the new guys that joined our club. For us oldies, we pretty well know what's going on. Well, so I thought. One of the things that did come up was the matter of volunteering and things, as there are lots and lots of roles that you can volunteer for within the RSGB. For those who don't know, the Radio Society of Great Britain is a organisation that represents amateur radio and radio amateurs hobbies in the UK. In fact, they actually have quite a good worldwide influence. So we had this lecture, and they talk about volunteering. So I reached out to the exams people and volunteer and been accepted for volunteering for helping invigilate the Radio Society of Great Britain exams on behalf of Ofcom. So I've been doing some quite intensive training just to get myself up to speed with things, and I've been doing exams since mid-October, which has been great fun. It's a good way of meeting new people, sharing experiences, and the drive to what brings them into the hobby. And it's a mixture of male, female, young and old doing the exams. It's been a real refresh to see new people coming into the hobby all the time. So I'm hoping 2026 will continue that trend. My first exam is on Monday, the 5th. So between now and then, I've got probably 3-4 video chats with the candidates just to get them used to the system, make sure everything's downloaded, just have a chat to them, reassure them, and basically find out a little bit about them and make sure that they are sort of appreciative of what the hobby is about and things. So it's great fun. So that's one thing. The other major thing is one of my family members has been diagnosed with some cancerous growths and started chemo just before Christmas. Hence the reason why I've been Ubering a lot. I've literally just dropped them off for their 4th or 5th chemotherapy cycle. So I'm on my way home, so I'll just pop in, grab a coffee, and come and share some video thoughts with you guys. This coffee is really nice, but breaking hot. I mean, sort of proper brew temperature is about 70 to 80 degrees, and this coffee is probably about 70 to 80 degrees. It is very, very, very hot. So it's kind of worrying having one of my family members go through it, especially at her age, and hopefully she's gonna fight it and kick its butt, as they say. So that's one thing that's going on there. What else has been going on? Had to go and get some new glasses because I'm overdue for an eye test, and there was a little tiny bit of a modification, and my glasses were my day visual clear glasses had sort of few little scratches on the lenses, so they were requiring replacement. And as you can see from the sunglasses I'm wearing, I've just realized I've still got sunglasses on while I'm sat in the car. They're plastic frame, cheap things. Because I don't work anymore, I don't need to have the ones that are a little bit more robust. So, you know, and the other thing is with the MS, I have to have my eyes checked yearly. So that's a mixture. Primarily it's to do with optical neuritis I had. It's done a little bit of damage to the optic nerves, and they want to keep an eye on it, and my eyesight is degrading slightly in my left eye, hence the reason why I get called up all the time for eye tests. So that's that one. I am waiting for an appointment. I'm not waiting, I am booked for an appointment, should I say, early part of February to go and see my neurologist. And with the appointment for the neurologist, I am expecting in the next couple of weeks an invite for an MRI scan. I think the sequencing here for my MRI scan is a bit out, as I seem to see the neurologist then go for the MRI scan. I think it should be really the other way around, so they can talk to me about anything that they see on the scan or any changes and things. But instead I've got to wait for a whole year between chats to the neurologist and the scan. So when I go and see the neurologist at the start of February, I'm going to be talking about last year's scans, not this year. So yeah, go figure. But that's how it works. Wow, this is hot. So that's the neurology. I also had, just before Christmas, the most shockingly bad toothache in a tooth that unfortunately is badly filled. When I was a lot younger, went to a dentist and they made a complete mess of the tooth and put me off dentists for a long time. And of course, by the time I went back to the dentist, a lot of damage was done. And over the years, they've sort of took the filling out, repaired the tooth, put it back in, filling back in again, and then a couple of years later took the filling out, gone a little bit deeper, put the structure back in again and put the filling back in. So the previous dentist sort of split a tooth in half, so there's like all this scaffolding and stuff like that to save it. So just before, I said, the start of December time, I had a real bad toothache. I had an appointment in the mid part of December anyway, so I was eating paracetamol, literally chewing the things, not overdosing on them, I will add. It was just literally chewing them, as I was finding it that was the quicker way of getting them into my bloodstream, so the pain would go a bit quicker. Although as time approached the sort of dentist appointment, about a week and a half to 2 weeks before the appointment, the pain started. The paracetamol was working, and it stopped working. So the last probably 3 days before I went to see the dentist was absolutely horrendous. So anyway, go to the dentist. I like the new dentist. Absolutely wonderful little lady. She's Asian, and she's probably about the same height as my wife, and you know, she's really, really polite. I mean, wonderful lady. I went in there and she had a look at it and took some x-rays and was quite honest. She said, well, look, we could do a root canal, but it is going to be tricky because my root system and nerves are all sort of wrapped around things. And she was saying, you know, she would prefer me to go see a specialist, as it's a little bit more than she was prepared to do herself, which I thought, fair enough for the lady being honest. Or the alternative was an extraction. Obviously, there is a heck of a price difference, price break, and things like that. The other thing is time to remedy was a lot quicker having it taken out than trying to go and arrange for sort of private dental appointments and stuff like that. It was just no, take it out. So I had a week of chewing paracetamol and also ibuprofen just to take the pain away. Dentist day coming, and I went back to the dentist, and within probably about 15 minutes, a lot of sweat and struggling from the dentist because my tooth did not want to come out easily enough, but she did get it out, and I've now got a gaping hole in my lower jaw where the tooth used to be, and irritatingly, my tongue is drawn to the gap that's there now. It's sort of getting better. It's not doing it so often, but for the first 2 or 3 days, it was almost like my mouth was going, "Hey, there's something missing here." Anyway, it was a big tooth that came out. It was one of the molars, and you could see when she took it out the amount of amalgam that was in it, and also the reason why she couldn't fill it any deeper, because there's nothing there to fill into. You'll be filling into bone, as it were. So yeah, that's that one out of the way. What else has been going on? Well, Christmas is out of the way for another year. Good. Really do not like Christmas, but that's a personal thing for me. Not had time to go out and do any radio. Some of it has been a case of I can't be arsed to do it. I get to the door and it's sort of like, no, I can't be asked to do this now. Or I've been Ubering, or I've been doing exams. So yeah, my retirement, if people say retiring is easy, I'm actually busier than I was when I was working. Certainly a lot of planning needed so that I can take my daughter to any of hospital appointments that she needs for her chemo and things. I'm also been taking my other daughter around to get her nails done, my wife around for various appointments for her. I've got to take her to a load of training sessions that she's got coming up next week. So yeah, I do tend to be busy, which is good. It doesn't give me time to dwell on anything. Some of the things I'm looking at doing this year for this channel, just because I think it'll be interesting for me to do it, is I want to do a short video on PIP, personal independence payments, how you get them, what is involved in them, the risks of claiming it, problems of claiming it, and things like that. That I'm still at the idea stage at the moment, because I do need to make some contacts and just verify a few things. Likewise, I've done a script for a video on blue badges, how to get them, all the downsides of them, the pluses of them, all the gotchas and things like that. However, that one's in fact-checking stage at the moment. I'm just going across things to make sure that I'm 100% correct with everything before I sort of commit to video and things like that. So that's the upcoming plans for the early part of the year. Trying to shoot a video, trying to edit it, because it does take time, is really is time consuming. I will try my best to get everything sorted out, and I want to sort of push the channel a little bit more. I want to get from 43 subscribers to at least 50 at least by sort of mid-year. So the only way I'm going to do that is actually put some content out that's of interest. So the usual questions, you guys, if you've got anything you want to know about, questions or anything like that, or suggestions for videos that you might want to see that might be interesting or other people might find interesting, please comment below. And yeah, of course, like I said at the start of the video, if you're new, please consider subscribing. There is a logo and subscribe thing just about to appear here. If you click the bell as well, you'll get alerts to when I actually do post. So the bell doesn't ring that often, trust me. And on that note, I wish everyone, again, Happy New Year. Welcome to 2026, and I hope it's a good year for all of you. Bye bye for now.